Thank you for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thank you for doing your part, for coming on in each and every day, and we'll do the same without wasting a single second of your time. Bada bing, bada boom, we go. So Bitcoin, as of yesterday, was going to do that retrace we were talking about, and it's holding at that retrace level after recovering a large majority of the impulse. What do I mean by that? Well, let's go into the high block capital to look at the liquidity, and you can hopefully understand what that means. As people lock their liquidity into the charts to get burnt to a crisp by the market maker for not using a stop loss, we get to see where those crispy characters lie in wait or get burnt. So yesterday we were talking about, as it came up to here to liquidate these $199 million 25x characters and pause for a moment to ponder what direction it wanted to continue towards, and it went towards the 50x of the longs, as we were suspecting.
Fatality.
And yeah, it went back all the way fully to recover this little bit of happiness down at the 25,631 region. Did it? Looks like it held. Hold on one second, let me zoom in on this. So it went down to that region exactly to take out that 50x pool and then recover from that point. And now equalizing on the other side of the equation. Not as many shorts entered off of that. They were caught off guard, and the longs are still holding, possibly down to the 25,323 region, because there are some 100x pools over here to the tune of 75 million, 88 million, and so on. So there's a large amount you could see going up to this line, this noodle line going up to the 100 million range that they could slurp down to without hesitation over the weekend. This could be shoulder, head, shoulder to the downside. So let's go ahead and expand our vision to the higher time frame pools on the 7-day. There's still some imbalance up in the 26.8 region, and down below some juicy pools down there. But overall, if you combine up all of the bottom to the top, you definitely have an even Steven pooling on the 7-day with a slight imbalance to that 26.7 region. If we expand our vision to the monthly, double digits down at 25.2, 25.1, 25 even, basically $40 billion down in that region. Up above, you don't have much until you get to the 28K region. You get double digits up at 28.5, but until that point, it's pretty sparse up in the vector candle here that we recovered some of. If we expand our vision to the 3 and the 6 month, that's where we start to see the imbalance for the potential draw to the downside. $50 billion pools down there on the 3 month, sub 24K. 6 month turns to a 24.3K, has $181 billion, and on the 2 year, it turns to a whopping $248 billion down at 23.6. So yeah, I mean, the chance of them going down there to grab it increases the longer we hesitate, and liquidity providers report not having profitability, market makers rather. So let's go ahead and take a look. We're beneath the point of control here on this range, so we could extend further down. Let's go ahead and expand this out a little bit. That doesn't really help, so we'll just do this. How about this one? Beneath that too. So we're beneath all of the points of control. Let's go ahead into the Binance chart and what we were looking at yesterday. So essentially yesterday we were talking about getting a rejection off of this 0.5 level / liquidity zone that we recovered, and then coming back down to retrace into the golden pocket, and the golden pocket did not hold, and we started to drop down beneath the golden pocket all the way down in a deep retrace down past the 886, and then came back for a recovery of the 786 and the 706, potentially speaking. Let's go ahead and turn on the liquidity, or not the liquidity, the momentum now. What is that little bit of happiness? Well, the link is in the description for more. Momentum Master, you can go ahead and toggle all of the kill switches for how this activates, or you can read about everything like the stochastic array, how on Wednesday we were seeing the rocket ship before it took off here, back on Wednesday, and then it took off a day or two later. So are we going to hold this range or drop a little bit lower? That is the question. It is the low liquidity weekend. Saturday is upon us here in Asia, 9:30 a.m. Tokyo time. So we're going to take a look as we descend the time frames to figure out what's going on. So as of this impulse retrace on the daily time frame, we have yet to get above the 27K region, and until we can do that, that is the bearish overtone that is holding us potentially to the draw to this region, to the 23.5 region. The liquidity on the 6 month and above does line up with that idea. 24.3, 24 even, 23.7, 23.4 all have $100 billion pools down there for the taking. So coming down to this region is not strange to think. Was that all she wrote? A 50% recovery of this vector candle, and then we're going to potentially draw down to here over the weekend? Who knows? Let's go ahead and delete all this and start fresh. What time frames have closed? Let's see. Did the daily time frame, the 3-day time frame closes in 23 hours, so basically on Sunday. If you look at the 5-day, the 5-day did close, resetting some of the stochastic probabilities. And let's go back to the daily. Daily getting the rising sun event, but has yet to see a takeoff of that. Previous rising sun gave you a little bit of a burst, but then gave it all back and then some. Holding the KD lines of the stochastic RSI are holding the 50 level. Money flow in RSI just below 50, deciding whether it wants to reset fully or break above. Oops. Going to the 22-hour time frame has yet to maintain the cloud here. So this cloud is flat and not rising. So this could easily flip back to bearish and turn over. It's done in the past. We've seen this kind of flat flip, similar to this guy here. So this could be another leg down potential. Got overbought here on the stochastic. The money flow did not get above the 50 level, as did the RSI. The rising sun did not take off to the full effect with any conviction. Going to the 12. The subtle support of the 12-hour that was maintaining the 4s push up could be getting rejected off of the 50 level. Rising sun event potentially in. Baselines crossed up. What do I mean by baselines? Well, they're their first sign of reversal, so that they're currently holding the baselines on the 12-hour. KD lines just chilling. 6-hour looking to reset here. Had a hard reset off of the super trend level, holding on the 6-hour here. Cloud is still mighty thick to break above that. If you look at the 4-hour, hi, what's up? You want this one? Oh, you want the Kinopio hat? Here you go. Yeah, my kids bought the Mario movie, so they're watching that right now. He wants the mushroom hat. All right, so the 4-hour time frame getting the cross down event. So that was that all she wrote for the 4-hour, and we're going to see a cascading failure here to the downside. It is holding the cloud on the 4-hour time frame, but it has a lot of suppression on that 6 and that 12 now, with the potential cloud rejection on the 6-hour and the 12-hour rejection plus KD line indecision. You got the cross up event of the 12-hour to contend with, but overall the 4-hour looking to go sideways and reset, potentially breaking the 50 level, and the money flow is above the RSI here, suggesting that money is given all back. If that also coincides with this level here with all of the 100x pools that are in orange here beneath this 25,533 region. So we could go back some lower over the weekend, bleed out. That could have been all she wrote for that little baby rocket ship. The hourly time frame getting overbought here without really going anywhere. Sideways, this is a bearish symbol, bearish intonation, whatever you want to call it. You had some previous money flow divergence, didn't really play out. You're getting a cross up on the hourly baseline, but getting overbought here. Money flow coming above the RSI and going down. $15 minutes starting to reset here above the cloud. We are in Asia weekend, so the weekend is not, no banks are open. So unless somebody sets some algorithmic thing to drift us up or drift us down, we're essentially going to go sideways to ping in some liquidity, but low liquidity over the weekend, going into the weekly candle close. Williams reset of the 15 here could possibly break down. We'll come back to this in a moment. I want to see something with the ATAS platform that I have. So give me a second here. Let me pull this up. I clicked this and it didn't load. Shout out to everyone here. Let's make sure everyone's doing well. Hello, hello. All right, so this is also a footprints platform that we're going to load here, and this also allows you to register for free for 14 days, and I think you can use crypto for free, if I'm not mistaken, thereafter. So if you're interested, click the link in the description. It is ATAS, which is a footprints chart that shows where orders enter and to what value. So we're going to pull that up for the crypto charts and see what that looks like. I was looking at it originally in that. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. So we're going to just delete that really quick and delete that and then make this bigger. I'm going to do this, BTC. And let's turn this to a 4-hour time frame. And we're going to make the clusters of heat. Why does it not? There we go. So we're going to go to the indicators field here and change the cluster search. So this is 200 BTC. Let's make this about 1000 BTC. And let's make this minimum 666. Alright. So you could basically go back and see where large clusters of BTC were traded. Just like up here, you see there's this yellow and purple. You could change the cluster search amount and it will tell you where a certain number of trades in an asset were taking place. And just up here, there was a large sell-off with some buys just before that, so there was a liquidation of some shorts and or trapping of the longs here up at 28k to the tune of 2000 BTC, another 2000 here, so those were either liquidated shorts, and then you had 4k in sell-off to correspond with that, either a short position opening or a sell-off of the long riding that surge up. That was back in, why is this not letting me, there we go. Well, I don't want to scroll it over like that, I want to have it. Where did it go? It just disappeared. It just removed it. That's so weird. Let's do it again. So we'll load a template in here. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to load this, change the indicator again, these cluster searches to the 1000 region, and here. So going back to that on the 4 hour. Alright, so this is what happened when they trapped the traders here. So they came back, this is a 4 hour time frame, so then they came back to this area of this vector to recover this drop down from the 29k region. They came back and liquidated a bunch of those shorts that opened there, fatigued, and then came back down and liquidated the guys down here. So you have this 15k delta, 7k delta. This is trading positive to buyers, and then they decided to give that back and trade to the sellers. And so where we stand right now, you had half that, essentially the same exact play as this in fractal terms. So it went up and traded to 8k to the buyers, got imbalanced to that, and came back 5k to the sellers. And so within this footprints chart, you could take a look at where trap traders may lie and wait. So this is looking at the footprints of buys and sells. And you could basically look at the number of BTC and where they were bought. And so those could be squeezed shorts and or trapped longs. But when you see enough buyers at a certain region, it could be a point of reversal to the other side. Interesting nonetheless. So we'll just not save that and go back to the thing in a nutshell. That link is in the description, free trial if you like. Going to the BTC chart here on the 15-minute, reclaiming the cloud here. You have the downside projection pressure of the hourly just getting started above the hourly cloud. The baseline, while holding, is getting overbought with going sideways. Not very bullish signal. You're not in a very nice region on the Fibonacci of this impulse. You gave it all back and just chilling. It could retrace up into a fair value gap up here. You do have some more regions to retrace back up to, which namely would be this adaptive at 26K, and then possibly get rejected to go lower. Basically, the 1 minute liquidity suggests that you could come bleed out into this 25.5 region and sweep this pool of 100x and 50xers that's larger than what is lurking above right now. So what we're expecting here is a potential sweep to the 25.5 region. That would bring us down to, the 25.552, 25.550-ish. Like that. So coming and sweeping this region over here. And where do we go after that point? This fib level has not held, so we're done with that. And we're going to go back to the 12-hour here. And just to recap, if we could not get above the 27K region, which we have not, we only recovered 50% of this vector drop to the downside, which was this liquidity pool, which we recovered, so we can delete that. We were off by like $40 or $4, I don't remember. But we're beneath the cloud on the 12 hours, so we could be coming down into these regions to reclaim some of the higher time frame liquidity, 24.3, 24 even. All of these $100 billion pools down in this region. So, yeah, not really sold on the long idea. There's very lackluster news, lackluster liquidity, and overall lackluster sentiment for cryptocurrencies in general. With that in mind, do consider checking out the live NASDAQ futures trading that we do on the live every New York Open. Yesterday we were a bit tired and we laid out some nice setups, but we didn't take them. Notably this one. This was the setup play that could have paid for the evening. I think some people took it. It was here. This 0.66 bounce here. We were outlining a possibility of entry here. We didn't take it because we were a little bit tired, but that was a nice retrace. You can go back and see how we were outlining like a A, B, C idea, and it played out. After the live, we were putting out some alerts to the group, which did play out. So we had a setup here, which was right around here. We were seeing some money stack on the table, some cross-up events, and we took this little bit of happiness to pay for that one loss that we took. It was here. And then we were break even at that point. And then we basically had another setup here, seeing some bullish divergence on this play here, a money bag on the 1 minute, and sure enough, to the upside, and then that paid for a positive for the evening. Then we went to bed. So just because I finished the stream doesn't necessarily mean I finished trading, and that paid for the evening. So, ladies and gents, look out below for BTC. Watch your trades, watch your stop loss, pay yourselves, and all that fun stuff. And enjoy your family. I'm gonna go watch Mario with my kids and say what's up to everyone. So we could be seeing this reset of the 15. What does the 15 and the hourly do? If you have Momentum Master, you can get your dynamic alert system plugged in and see what it says. At that time, it'll let you know. And if you're at a level that's interesting and meets your fib levels and liquidity levels, by all means. So, Asian session Saturday. So thank you very much for coming on into the live and sharing your essence with me in this eternal moment of which we all share an inextricable and inexorable part. Thanks for doing your part, for coming on in. We'll do